afternoon, folks. Big Bo here with another great Class C motorhome value from Parkway RV Center. We've got probably one of our best selling, or the Class C that we sell the fastest when we get one in, and that is a Jayco Greyhawk. These are an upscale Class C motorhome. This particular one we're looking at is a 2007 Jayco Greyhawk. The model number is a 31SS, which happens to be their most popular model. It's a 31.5 foot bumper to bumper total length Class C motorhome. Got a big super slide. These are about $80,000 new back in 2007 prices, quite a bit more today. And these are nicely built Class C. You know, most Class C's, they're not built as nice as some of the A's. Very kind of utilitarian, I guess, is the best word to describe a Class C. The Jayco Greyhawk's just one of the few brands that actually build a really nice Class C and a well-made with some nice amenities and options. First thing you're going to notice is in the front cab, the cab over, versus the average one. You see you've got this fiberglass overlapping cap. This eliminates straight edges where leaks can occur. Most of them look like this, and if you don't keep all this sealed good, it's going to leak. That's just part of a Class C. But this one right here, going to give you a lot less leak issues because of that front cap. And why all of them don't build them like that? Of course, I know why, because it costs more money, and the more money an RV manufacturer spends building an RV, the more they're going to ask for it. So I suppose that's a good reason why. But another nice features is it's got a 12-year factory warranty on the roof. So even though this is an 11-year-old motorhome, you still got a year left of factory warranty on the roof. It's very well insulated. You know, most Class C's aren't as well insulated as a Class A or a fifth wheel. But this one is. It's got fully enclosed underbelly. It's got R25, up to R25 insulation. Up to R25 insulation. You do not find many Class C's that can say that. And folks, we've had some ice storms here in the southeast, which is something we don't normally have, but it's nice and warm in this motorhome. I've got the furnace on, got a 40,000 BTU furnace, and you can see the exterior for an 07 is in immaculate condition. It's not new. It's 10-year-old, 11-year-old motorhome, but it is in well above average condition for the age and certainly for the price. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a few scratches, a few little dings and dents, just like any used RV you buy. But, you know, that's why you're paying $32,900 with a warranty versus $80,000 when it was new, and you can't even touch one today for $80,000. You're going to spend quite a bit more than that now, because that was back in 07 prices. Got a 4 kW Onan generator, folks. 42 hours. 23,102 miles on the motorhome. And usually if one's been lived in, folks, you'll see one like this with low miles and it'll have 1,000 hours on the generator. But only 42 hours on the generator. Runs perfectly. It's powering everything up right now. It's built on the Super Duty Ford 450 chassis. So you're going to have a good wide wheelbase. Wider the wheelbase, the less sway, and it's a longer wheelbase too, so you're going to sway even less. I don't see any delamination. Now, it's got a few little black streaks and stuff that we'll try to wash off. It's been 20 degrees, so obviously we haven't been out here washing RVs, but it's supposed to warm up here in the next few days, so we'll definitely come out here and wash it, wash the tires and shine them up and all that good stuff. Got a 6.8 liter Triton V-10, 305 horsepower, 420 pound-feet of torque. It's a great motor, been around since 1997. It's proven itself over the decades, and it's not going anywhere. I mean, it's a great motor for this size RV and even bigger. I mean, they put that same motor in a 38-foot Class A. We just put a brand new awning on it. This whole awning, completely brand new, carefree awning. So you don't have to worry about having a bent awning or a bent tube or a torn canvas. The whole thing's new. You know, that was almost $900. We've already spent that on it for you. Outside entertainment center. It does have the optional heated holding tank, so it is a Four Seasons model. Everything's enclosed. Plumbing's in the basement. Basement's heated. You've got heated tanks too. The striping and finish for the year model looks good. High output water heater, runs off LP or electric. Let's take a look inside this 31SS. Of course, never buy an RV if it doesn't have that on it. I know there's been a trend for people to buy homemade campers lately, and people are building these homemade campers with cause you see this code. Let me just go over this real quick. That RVIA sticker, folks, tells you that this RV is built to certain safety codes, fire codes, wiring codes, electrical codes, and all that stuff. And the people are building these homemade campers, and even homemade motorhomes in some cases. Building them out of budget rent-a-trucks and U-Hauls and stuff like that, folks. They're not going by these safety codes. They're not getting their RVs inspected after they're built. And they're selling these to people. And believe me, I was reading on Craigslist the other day where a guy talked about he bought a homemade camper. First time he plugged it in his house overnight, it burned it down, burned part of his shed down, folks. Don't take a chance. If it's not a nationally recognized brand, if it's a homemade camper, chances are it's not built to code. Your family's life is not worth, you and your family's life is not worth endangering just to save a few $1,000s. Buy one that's been inspected, that's been built to code. A lot less worries. Anyway, 23,102 miles. Backup camera works great. No check engine lights, no warning lights. Got leather captain's chairs. The driver's side is power. Got the wood grain kit. Got a lot of stuff you don't normally see on an average Class C. Tilt, cruise, heated power mirrors. Windshield looks good, dash looks good, carpet looks good, seats look like a 23,000 mile seat should look like. You look overhead, folks, got an HDTV, got a DVD player, got factory surround sound. This right here, they've added this. This is just a little removable shelf. I normally throw stuff like that away, but it matched good, so I'm going to leave it in there, and you can still open up your compartments. Another thing I like about this Jayco, the 84-inch tall interior ceiling height, 7-foot roof. And for those of you who are short, that's probably no big deal, but when you're 6'4", having that over your head really reduces the feel of claustrophobia, especially if you're going to stay in one for a long period of time. I have, folks, and trust me, when you spend a long time in one, like weeks and weeks and weeks, you notice things like that. At least I do. I've stayed in them with a standard 6.5 foot tall roof and the 7-foot roof, and this just really opens it up, that extra tall roof. Got a flip down sleeper sofa, table and chairs. Now, folks, I don't believe these are the original chairs that came with this camper. You know, they usually put those little bitty low back chairs. Somebody's put the high backs. I don't know because they have a bad back or what. But you've got a sofa that makes a bed. You've got plenty of room for probably 2 air mattresses in here, so you can sleep 4 more people if you wanted to. But you can sleep 4 just like it is, and you can sleep up to 8 with air mattresses. And maybe even more, it just depends on how close you are. Got the factory brochure, and this is really, and for those of you who watch my videos, before you ever look at an RV anywhere, folks, get this factory brochure. You can download it for free on the internet. 80-90% of the RVs for sale made in the last 15-20 years, chances are you can find 80 or 90% of the factory brochures online. You download that, you print it out, you study it. You'll know more about the RV than even if you're buying from a for sale by owner, the people that owned it, you're going to know more about the RV than they do just by reading that brochure. Very, very valuable resource. Another nice feature about it is that you can look up what's standard equipment and what's optional, which is very important when you do an NADA, because most people that pull NADAs in their advertising, they add 2 pages worth of options that are all standard equipment. And let me clarify this, folks. If it's not listed as optional, you don't add for it. Folks, this isn't the 1970s. You don't add for air conditioning on a motorhome. You don't add for a refrigerator on a motorhome. You don't add for a microwave, a stovetop. You don't add for an awning. You don't add for a furnace or a water heater. It shows the number of slide outs that floor plan is supposed to have. Like this one, it shows one slide out as standard equipment. So you don't add for a slide out when it's already considered built into the price. Most people greatly overvalue their RVs. And the best way to tell if the NADA is accurate or not, download this brochure, print it out. If you'll look toward the back, of course you've got your factory floor plan, which is a nice thing to have, but if you'll go back, usually toward the back of the brochure, there is a page that shows all the standard equipment right here, or this in some form or another, and then you look toward the second part of the page, that's all optional equipment. So look what's standard, look what's optional, only add for stuff that's considered optional by the factory. Don't let people talk you into other words, folks. I talk you into believing otherwise. I've been doing this for 20 years. I've talked to NADA about this particular problem several times. They're trying to, unfortunately they don't have the resources to offer somebody a free price guide and be able to research what's factory and standard on each particular make and model is what they told me. Of course, and again, folks, NADA doesn't buy and sell used RVs. They don't have a lot. A lot of times I have a very big disagreement about what they say something's worth, because you can't find them for that if it's a high demand item. This particular one, and I didn't add any options, even though this thing has several options I can add. That's not standard equipment. Adjusted for the miles, 78,308 new. That's not including fees. That's not including any optional equipment that's not standard. And nobody orders a strictly base model RV a dealer won't for stock unit. They're always going to add some options to it or some package to it. Low retail, $33,916. Average retail, $40,870. I'm $8,000 under average retail. And folks, that $32,900 price doesn't just include a 23,000 mile 2007 Jayco Greyhawk 31SS in phenomenal condition. It also includes a 90-day nationwide limited warranty, which you have to pay extra for at other RV dealers. Includes a very extensive major systems check by our certified RV techs to be completed after purchase, which you normally have to pay extra for in the form of a prep fee. And also, you get a walkthrough demonstration by the same RV tech showing you how to operate on everything on the RV and that everything works. Again, that's included for that $32,900 price. No extra fees. It's plus sales tax if you're a Georgia resident. All out-of-state residents will pay your state sales tax rate when you tag and title this RV at your home office or at your home state at your local DMV office. You can see 42.5 hours. Water heater switch, water pump switch, already been winterized. I've got the fridge cold, the furnace works. I mean, it's impressive, folks, to be in 07 in this nice condition. This is an 8 cubic foot flush mount nor cold refrigerator freezer that runs off LP or electric. Now, I've got it turned up to setting 9, which is as high up as it'll go. And contrary to popular belief, folks, you can see -5, and it's probably below freezing in here, 20 degrees in here. So what I'm going to do is change the temperature setting to about 3 or 4. That way, and the reason why I do that, folks, because I don't want to have to wait all day for a refrigerator to get cold. When you turn the thermostat all the way up to as high as it'll go, you've got electric heating elements that heat ammonia gas that circulates it, cools the fridge down, and when you turn it, it turns all the elements on, makes the gas circulate faster, therefore making the fridge cool faster. In other words, if I left it on setting 5, it would take it 3 times as long to get to operating temp versus setting 9. Of course, you don't want to leave it like that because you'll freeze everything in the fridge, but just to cool it off in a hurry, do that. Or you can almost double the BTUs of your refrigerator if you operate it off gas instead of electric. So another nice little tip for those of you who don't leave your units plugged up at home with your fridge on. This way you can turn it on gas or turn it all the way up on electric and it'll be colder faster. Got a split bathroom, fiberglass surround, got a glass door. You can see around, let me see if this will come on here. You can see around the skylight, no water stains, no water marks. I love that 7-foot roof. And it's got a padded headliner too. That's why you got up to R25 insulation, which is pretty huge for a Class C. We'll look in this water closet before we go into the bedroom. It's got the optional heated holding tanks. Your switch is right there underneath the sink. And I try to show this stuff too, folks, because more often than not, the people that actually wind up buying this particular unit, because I never take my videos down off YouTube, will go back through it as a frame of reference. Medicine cabinets, I guess, a lot of medicine cabinets. I guess they figure you must take a lot of medicine for this particular model. Anyway, fantastic vent fan, plenty of lights in here. It's got a porcelain RV toilet. Somebody has added the little riser that gives it a little bit more height clearance, which can be removed if needed to, if that's too high for you. But again, just depends on how tall you are. Here in the back bedroom, got a queen island bed, overhead storage. Man, these carpets and everything in this RV just looks phenomenal, folks. And I haven't seen the first sign of leak damage anywhere. And you can look underneath the windows and you know, it's just a well-built product. Folks, you know, Jayco is actually, at the time this was built, was the largest independently owned RV manufacturer in the world. And that in 2007, 80% of their factory workforce up in Middlebury, Indiana, were either Amish or Mennonite. 80%. So these are Amish Mennonite built cabinets. Everything in this RV is built high quality. Now they're a little bit more expensive than your average Class C when it was new, but you got what you paid for. That's why this unit, even though it's 11 years old, looks this good versus the other brands that when they're 11 years old are falling to pieces. That's because it was a better built Class C to begin with. And of course, Jayco was bought out about a year ago by Thor, and I'm kind of haven't seen any of the Jayco products yet that Thor's built, so I can't honestly say. I don't think they could improve them, but I honestly can't say if they're less, better, or the same under Thor as they were when they were an independent company. But this one was built when they were independent. You can still get parts for it. You know, Thor bought everything, so which many of you know is the second largest RV manufacturer in the world, only behind Forest River. Anyway, folks, this unit, we give you two different ways to buy here. We call it Option A and Option B price. Option A, as for many of you who watch my videos know, includes a 23,000 mile 31SS Jayco 2007 Jayco Greyhawk with a brand new awning, checked out, ready to go, with a 90-day warranty, with an inspection, and a walkthrough demonstration by the tech that checked it out, all included, for $32,900 out the door. Not $32,900 plus $3,000 or $4,000 in dock fees and acquisition fees and corporate fees and prep fees and freight fees and all these other fees, tag and title fees and all this stuff that other dealers charge you. But $32,900 out the door with a warranty. I call it the worry-free, stress-free option because everything, all the major systems are going to be functioning. Which when you get a copy of our checkout list, you're going to find out that it's we check a lot more stuff than other dealers will for this age motorhome, and all that's included, folks. And let me clarify this again: anything on that list that does not function, we fix it, folks. We don't charge you extra to fix it. That's included. So in other words, if we take this thing you buy this RV, we take it to the shop to get it checked out, the generator's bad. That's $4,000 or $5,000. Well, folks, we're going to put a generator in it, and we're not going to charge you a dime. It's still $32,900. If we have to put a refrigerator in it, that's $1,500. The price is still $32,900. We don't charge you any extra for repairs of the items that are listed on our checklist. And we covered 90% of the items that this RV has is covered by our checklist. Now, are we going to make it brand new for $32,900? Of course not, folks. That's physically impossible. You could spend $500,000 refurbishing this motorhome. It's still going to be a used 11-year-old motorhome. We do not cover cosmetic repairs. That's part of buying used. You know, if cosmetic issues bother you, you need to buy a 2018 model and spend about $100,000. However, if you don't have $100,000 and you want a nice, clean, low-mileage motorhome that all the major stuff works on, $32,900, here you go. And that's all included. That's a haggle-free price of $32,900. If you want the warranty, you want the inspection, the walkthrough, you want all those services that if this is your first motorhome, I strongly recommend you take that. It's $32,900. I'm not taking a dime less for it, folks. This unit, my RV's something like this is only going to be online for a matter of a few days. I mean, I did a video the day before yesterday, and it sold the next morning because of my video. Everything on it works, folks. We're going to make sure it works. We're going to de-winterize it, put water in it, check all your tanks, re-winterize it. All that's included, $32,900, and you get the 90-day nationwide, and not just through us, but it's through a whole network of dealers nationwide. It's the largest warranty underwriter in the business, so just about anybody takes the warranty, and you're going to like the fact that because most of our customers come from hundreds, sometimes thousands of miles away, that you don't have to drive this unit hundreds and sometimes thousands of miles away for something like a water pump or a faucet or something like that that may be bad. You can take it to your neighborhood dealer and they'll take the warranty, fix it, boom. Anyway, folks, this is a $40,000 motorhome you're buying for $32,900 with a warranty and only 23,000 miles. That's the option A price. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you're paying cash, doesn't matter if you're financing, doesn't matter if you're trading or a combination of the three. It's all cash to us. $32,900 is the price, not taking any less. Now, the only way we discount one is if you take option B, and option B saves us time and money, so we save you time and money. Option B is you buy the motorhome the same way we bought it, as is, as it sets, what you see on the videos, what you get. No inspection, no walkthrough demonstration, no warranty. Basically, jump in and go price only, and we'll take less for it because we don't have to pay the warranty company to put a warranty on it. We don't have to pay a tech to do an inspection on it, and we don't have to pay a tech to do a walkthrough on it. So we'll save you that, what those services cost us, and discount the price that amount of money. And if you want a price on option B, as long as you understand what that entitles, folks, it's as is. If you drive it 10 miles up the road, and this is not going to happen, but I'm just using this as a metaphor. If you drive it 10 miles up the road from the dealership after you bought it, and it breaks in half on the side of the interstate, you own both halves of it. You might as well get you some duct tape and glue it back together because it's yours. That's option B. Of course, I mean, chances that that's never going to happen, but you know, man, we would probably still try to help you out a little bit, but you know, option B is strictly as is, and as is means as is. As is doesn't mean as is unless this quits working or that quits working or anything like that. As is, it's just like you married your spouse, for better or worse. Anyway, folks, if you want a price on option B, contact our sales department. They'll give you a haggle-free price on option B as well. That's the price. That's what it takes to buy, folks. We're not going to negotiate. We sell almost 600 units a year. We don't have time for this back and forth games because the time we spend doing that, we could have sold this unit to somebody else. The motorhome is obviously worth the money. Look online. Try to find another 23,000 mile 07 31 SS Greyhawk for anywhere close to this price with the features, the warranty, and all that stuff that we offer you with a $40,000 book. And we're selling it for $32,900. This is a $40,000 motorhome you're buying for $32,900 with a warranty, out the door, just all inclusive, folks. Like I said, plus tax if you're a Georgia resident. All out-of-state residents, again, will pay your state sales tax rate. when you tag and title this RV at your home state at your local DMV office. Either option, you get a 45-day temporary tag, good anywhere in the country for no extra charge. You do get a starter kit with your basic camping essentials, no extra charge. We take trade-ins, financings available with approved credit and minimum 10% down payment. We can work with your own bank or credit union. Just contact our non-commissioned salespeople for details. You can apply for financing right from our website. Please, folks, if you submit a credit app through our secure credit app on our website, don't use the app on eBay or RV Trader because they just disappear. You know, I don't know what happens to them. But use it from our website, parkwayrvcenter.com only. When you send an application in, if we're open, pick up a phone as soon as you submit it and call us. That way we can review your application with you on the phone, verify your identity, save us time, save you time, and then if there's something missing on it or something we need to clarify before we submit it to the bank, we can do that. And of course, if you send it in the evenings after we're closed, call us first thing the next morning. We open at 9 o'clock Eastern time. Make sure we got it. Let us look it over, talk to you on the phone, ask any questions. That way, folks, we're not in limbo, because a lot of times, folks, people submit applications, they'll leave a digit out on their phone number, their email address will be misspelled. We can't get in touch with you, folks. And, you know, we can only do, the more information you give us, the better. So please call after you submit a credit app. And we'll try to call you if you don't. Anyway, folks, no commission salespeople, no games, no BS, no red tape, no drama, no trouble. We don't selling 600 RVs between 4 salespeople. They don't have time for any of that any more than you do. Family owned and operated, 50 years, Parkway RV Center. We're on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Give us a call, drop us an email. Look forward to seeing you in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia.